You know, this is a movie that I didn't think would stand up as well as it does. What's going on, people? My name is Alex Thorn, and I'm a rock and roller who in his downtime likes to watch movies while wearing a bandana. And with that being said, this time we're taking a look back because in my last review, if you're not subscribed to this channel, you should be. You'll see it that in my last review, I reviewed the 2022 version of Scream 5, but it's just entitled Scream. And my son is a huge Scream fan. So I said, let's go back and watch the original from 1996. And right away he goes, this is from 96? This looks, it looks like a newer movie. It really did. Obviously the kills aren't as gory or as creative as it would become. But we're here to review the original 1996 Scream. And let me tell you, this is by Wes Craven, one of the masters of horror. Rest in peace, Wes. And you can see a lot of Wes's influence from not only this movie, but over to the new 2022 version. I'm a huge Nightmare on Elm Street fan, which obviously comes from Wes Craven, and he had to, he was the originator, creator of Nightmare on Elm Street 1, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, and then came back for New Nightmare. A lot of what Scream is comes from the meta universe of New Nightmare. There's a lot of the things that he already explored in people looking at a movie as if it wasn't a movie and so forth, all that in Scream. So, the fact that he speaks about Nightmare on Elm Street and then says, even in the phone call in the beginning of the movie with Drew Barrymore, that only the first one was good and the rest of the sequels sucked, that's hilarious. But, it's good. It starts out with that, and then you go to Neve Campbell. My God, Neve. I had such a crush on her when I saw this in 1997, 98, whatever it was. I know the movie was made in 96. But when I saw it, I was probably 11, 12 years old. And I had such a crush on her, man. And the moment I saw her in this, I was like, I can see why I liked you. And, I don't, I don't know if the way they speak about Sydney's mother in the original Scream would fly today because, pussy power. But the way they speak of Sydney's mother in this movie is, whoo, they mention her being a whore and sleeping with so many people all over town so many times that you can see why, if the mother was really, really out there, you can see why Sydney is like completely closed off. It's crazy. I might talk about this movie out of whack because it's older and I've seen it before. And, it's not like I'm reviewing it completely, but the movie, in a sense, the movie just introduced something that wasn't done and hadn't catched on. It was done before, but it didn't catch on. It catched on after Scream, because as we know, I Know What You Did Last Summer and a whole host of other movies, copycat movies, and stylistic movies were patterned after Scream. It's such a great movie. But anyways, as it goes on, there's even a Blockbuster or a video store in this that one of the characters works in, and he's the guru, of horror movies and the rules, which he's a little over the top, and he has a crush on Sydney. Sydney's best friend in this movie, the bug-eyed girl, she has a good death, but I thought she was quite insensitive and an asshole. And then, you've got Dewey, David Arquette, who I think, as I mentioned in my Scream 2022 review, is that David Arquette is just hard to watch for me. He's probably a big reason why I did not like Scream initially for so many years. I acknowledge that it was a good movie, but I couldn't get past him at all. There's a subplot that the wrong guy might have been put in prison for her mother's murder. And obviously that's going to play into the end and who's the killers, because here's the deal. I could ruin this for you if you've never seen the original Scream and you've only seen the TV series or maybe just the latest one you're catching on. So I'm going to leave the killer of this movie to you. I won't ruin that, but let's just say the tried and true Scream formula was developed here and it continues to go on to the newer movies. I can see why in the late 90s slash early 2000s there was a lot of people making fun of Scream's character, Ghostface, because this has to be the most accident-prone killer in movie history. Like, he's flipped over everything. He slips here, he goes, he jumps. There's like acrobatics every time he falls. And it's hilarious because you're not used to like that happening with Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers. Those are stern killers. This is clearly somebody who has a lot of energy and can take hits and keep going like a young person would. So I'm going to give the original Scream 3 bandanas out of 5. And that's because obviously there's way more room to improve. As time went on, they found the formula even better and better. And it's a fast-paced movie, but everything is not yet defined, as it's normally not in a horror movie, the first entrance. But I loved it. Just as much as I enjoyed the 2022 version, I enjoyed the original. So I'm looking forward to watching Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream 4. Again, I'll give it a shot this time and hopefully make it all the way through. I have to because of this channel. And yet, I also heard that there's a new Scream 6 trailer, which I haven't seen yet. So my son had mentioned it to me too. Did you see the new trailer of Scream 6? I said no. So there you go. You know what's coming on a trailer reaction. Boom, Scream 6. So leave your comments down below. Were you around? Were you alive? Did you see the original Scream when it came out? What format? I'm interested. I love formats. I'm an old VHS head. So let me know. Did you watch it on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, streaming was your first time watching it? And, does it hold up to you? Do you like the original Scream? Let me know. Let's talk about it down below. Subscribe, comment, and like this video so I can come out with more for you. Right now, as you see, I'm in rock and roll mode. So I'm going to head to the computer, do a little bit more bass recording on this track, and then I'll be back to you with a Reaction Wednesday and a review on Friday. Till then, let's rock out and watch some movies.